I've been watching the fires all day. The fires. I always loved fire as a kid. So that's a little part of me watching this go down. It's like, it's not as horrible. It's a little fun. I saw what's that guy's Vito, Dick's friend. Is that his name?
Okay.
Yeah. He went and took a picture by the burnt down rich people homes, and Dick tweeted like, "Don't worry, his house didn't burn down. He just drove out there to take a photo next to someone else's burned home because he thinks it's fun." But it's not fun. It's really.
It's a little fun. That sounds like fun. I'd do it.
It's a little fun. Kyle, it's a little fun.
Nah,
can we agree it's a little fun?
You just I watched too many videos to find it fun. I watched these 30-minute like uncut, just watching firemen and people try to put out their houses and people scooping their pets up and these people trying to save these horses and stuff. And it's like, I feel really bad for those people. I see Trump making it political, and maybe Gavin Newsom did mismanage the water. I don't know, because they're out of it. They don't have enough to put out the fires right now. So
I think a good indicator of mismanagement is to run out
of water.
Yeah. I texted you earlier today.
This is water we're talking about here, Taylor. Not plutonium. We got a limited source of water. We only have so much. Oh, there's Vito in the wreckage right there.
Going to a random person's house, taking a picture like this.
Yikes.
It's kind of...
You should have went through the refuse and tried to find some old memories.
Pulled up a picture of someone else's mom.
Look at this. They kept this photo. Can you believe it? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, this used to be a cat.
Oh, I mean, not pets.
Yeah, hopefully the pets got out. And the people. I saw like a shockingly low death total. Like, I think it was like, well, I mean, you would think some people get caught. I saw videos of people who were like filming from inside their house, doing a full 360, like posting it to Twitter, and they're surrounded by flames.
Zach, see if you can find the thermal overlaid satellite images. It'll have the fire in like blackish yellow to like indicate, it's a thermal overlay. But the fires are everywhere out there. It's a huge, vast area that's covered. And it's not wilderness, it's neighborhoods. And it's not cheap neighborhoods. It's these multi-million-dollar houses.
So I was looking at it.
Yeah,
there were 27 square miles of fire. And I was like, 27 square miles? That just doesn't seem like a lot to me. Is it
Malibu's
rich people's houses, and that's why it's a big story?
Not just rich people's houses. Like each house is like 1,000 houses burning in a normal place. Like the property damage and the economic impact is going to be off the scales. Like each house is $10 million, and they're burning down neighborhoods of them and neighborhoods of them and neighborhoods of them and all the belongings, all the cars. And it's just billions and billions are being burnt up right there as we watch. It looks apocalyptic at night. And the smoke, when you see the smoke like flowing over the ocean, again, it reminds me of like a Michael Bay movie or a Roland Emmerich movie, like 2012. It truly looks apocalyptic in some scenes. It's crazy.
How big is this fire compared to our other fires? Like there was one maybe 8 years ago. Does that sound right? It was a pretty big deal in California.
Seems like they have at least one big one every year, but not like this.
I think they had a giant one that was in the like acres of wilderness and like not people's houses, and maybe, but this is Malibu that's burning, or this is like the Hollywood Hills that are burning. This is really expensive. Yeah, the Palisades. Yeah. Look at that. It's crazy. I was watching the wind blow, and the wind looked like it was blowing 60 miles per hour, and it was just roasting everything. It turned these little smoldering embers into blowtorches. It was crazy. And like Taylor said, I saw people trapped in their houses with fire 360 degrees. There's one guy, I guess they tried to say to save the house, and maybe they're splashing it with water and running hoses. And he's like, "We got to go, dude. We did our best. We did our best. And we did our best."
Yeah.
There's like smoke everywhere.
Not worth dying over.
Did you see that reporter put the fire out?
Yeah. Good for him.
Did you see it, Taylor?
No.
He was just reporting on the scene. And then there were like, I'll say thigh-high bushes next to the home. They started to catch on fire. So he just walks over, turns the guy's garden hose on, puts the fire out, and turns it off again while he's doing his reporting thing. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, where did that guy get his water?
There was a hose,
perhaps
connected to the house.
It's a long hose from Utah.
It's a really long a Salt Lake hose. Yeah, that's absurd. Like I saw on Twitter and online people being like, well, the firefighters are having trouble because none of the hydrants have water. And I'm like, that's like a story out of like Tunisia, Like, that's not an American story. Like, we don't run out of water. That's insane.
I heard the pressure was low. I didn't hear none of the hydrants, but I don't know. I'm only as good as what I heard.
The pressure's so low as to be ineffective.
Yeah,
you know,
they
it's
get
a fire
nothing
hose.
out.
It's a fire hose, and they're just like, or even if they do have like some, they need to be blasting. They need to be, you know, they need to be blasting the fire away. I definitely saw a guy putting a house out, and he didn't have enough water pressure. Like, he was trying to put a garage fire out and stop it from spreading to the rest of the house. This fireman was, and not only did he not have enough pressure, he didn't have enough hose. He was like at the corner, but he couldn't get around the corner and like get into the actual garage. It was like, what is happening out there? You're a fireman and you're out of water and hoses. Wait, like, where's your truck at? You brought it, right? Because that, you're missing 2 out of the 3 of the things that create a fireman. You got the truck.
I've seen a lot of people playing the blame game, and I saw like a lot of it was like they, I guess, cut a bunch of money from firefighters and stuff. But then also it's like you could have 1 billion firefighters out there, but who? Like, what can they do if there's no water to spray? They can't do anything.
They can't do anything.
Oh, you're good.
They can't do fuck all.
How difficult is a desalination plant? We're so far advanced. We're tickling the moon again, and we can't get the salty water into an appropriate form to spray. Come on, let's do it.
I think it's cheaper to like buy.
Let everyone's houses burn down.
I think it's cheaper to buy the water somewhere else and bring it in than to desalinate it. Apparently, it's a lot of energy. Then what would we do? We'd store it in big tanks, right? We would need enormous tanks with enough water to like put out.
We can do that. We can build big tanks. This isn't a joke, Kyle. John Goodman's house burned down.
Where would we put the tanks? At John Goodman's house?
I mean, what do you mean? The problem is where to put the tanks?
It's genuinely where to put the tanks. I don't know.
I refuse to believe that the problem is
how much water you're wanting to desalinate water and store it until there's a fire. This
do you
is
think that like
channel
how many tanks do we need? We can build them.
Just one big enough.
A trillion.
Just one giant tank.
The amount of water that they're using is unimaginable right now. You need vast reservoirs.
Is it more or less than the ocean?
Less.
It's less than that. Now, do we have the technology to get the salt out?
So why don't we just spray them with salt water, Taylor, and skip that step?
That occurred to me too. Like maybe instead of tanks and desalination, we
you got some special fire over there, likes this water fresh. Hey, I know. Let's carbonate the water for Taylor's fire. Taylor's fire is light still.
I like Spindrift quenching my fires.
Nonsense cartoon channel ideas.
Dude, okay. Well, tell me the solution to getting enough water out of there, because apparently storing it in tanks.
The solution is clearly infrastructure and not selling your reservoir rights to China. That's clearly it, right? Like not abusing your water supply, like treating it carefully, like a limited finite resource. That's what they haven't done, and now they don't have enough.
It's the farmers, right? You want farmers.
Hey, I want those almonds.
Yeah, right. Like if you want tomatoes in the winter, then you have to spend a lot of water in California.
The amount of water that almonds require is inordinately, like on another scale of magnitude compared to like tomatoes or like oranges or some shit. They live in it or something. I don't know what an almond bush or tree or
well, that's on them for picking almonds then. But I mean,
that's what they do there.
Where else are we gonna get our almonds? Tell me that.
Probably Madagascar or something. You don't want those. You want those Californian almonds, the good ones that drink up all that water.
Yeah,
I do like almonds.
I'm just glad Georgia's not on fire and it's not all smoky here.
I'm willing to give up James Woods' house so I can have almonds.
James Woods is a good man. God damn it! Why'd you pick him of all people? We've got so few people on the right.
On TV about losing.
We've got so few on the right. Yeah, I saw James.
I don't want anyone to lose their house.
Did you see his tweet about Israel?
I need my almonds, Taylor. Let's prioritize.
I could eat a Madagascar almond if it saves John Goodman's house. That guy who killed it in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
And in everything else he's ever been in. Big shout out to friend of the show, John Goodman. I'm sorry about your house. But yeah, who else lost houses? John Goodman, I guess James Woods, who I only really know of because he was an often guest star on Family Guy for many years. And so I know his recurring character on Family Guy much more than I know him as a man.
Oh, he's a fun actor. He's conservative. He had a great tweet a while back. It's about Israel. No ceasefire, no compromise, no forgiveness. # kill them all. James Woods is the man.
So He's a big Fox News guy, I take it.
Yeah, big Fox News guy. You remember him from like Scary Movie 2. He was the priest who's shitting himself and covered in flies at the beginning of the movie. He's done lots of other stuff, but I figured that
reminds me of the dad in that Twisted Sister music video that hates his kids.
I actually know that video. Yeah, a little bit.
That dude.
Is anyone in our audience going to know the Twisted Sister?
Please, she still says no.
Dude, that song is like the aura of them singing it is like we're fighting the power, and it's like them singing about not doing their homework and staying up late, and like you can't tell me not to eat cereal before dinner. Like that tier of complaint.
Apparently, Carrie Elwes's house burned down. It's a damn shame. Just terrible.
I don't know who that is, but sorry.
I don't know who that is. Princess Bride. He's Wesley. He's also in Saw. He's the guy with the Saw.
I know Wesley from Princess.
1,000 other movies. But yeah, crazy apocalyptic looking fires. Glad it's over there on the West Coast. Trump is making it political, of course. He's making up documents that he says that, I don't know, Gavin Newsom did this and didn't sign that, this Water Act, this conservation, blah, blah, blah. And Gavin Newsom just tweets like, there is no such document.
Yeah, that's what gets me with Trump. I've said it on the show before. Like, if someone else tells you that fish was 2.5 feet, you'd think the fish was at least 2 foot. With Trump, he says this guy didn't sign the document. Fish. I think to myself, oh, well, why didn't he sign this document if it's a good idea, right? Is there something else about it that they found not so good? Right? Is there more to the story? The story is it's completely made up. He never went fishing.
I say we give Gavin Newsom a break. But like, let's say that they do nothing to address this and that happens like dozens of times over a decade, then we would have to start playing a little blame game. Then we'd have to, but this is the first time it's really happened like this. And so,
as far as I know,
big, let's give him a little like, clemency.
You would imagine that something like this would get some political wheels turning. I feel like if California's number one resource is their celebrities and they just burnt a bunch of celebrity houses down, like fuck the almonds, right? Tech. At this point, like if Hollywood decided that Vegas was the place to be, it would be crippling, but they don't, because it's obviously the mecca of
do the tech pros live there? That's who matters in California. Right?
Yeah, the tech companies are who are the big wheelers and dealers out there.
No, I wouldn't.
And like Vegas is scooping in on a lot of different industries there. It used to be that like New York was like the huge trade show location for a bunch of different industries, and that's like shifted more towards Vegas in recent years.
Oh, Vegas is great for trade shows,
but
anything trade show related, Vegas has like made it their bread and butter. They're good at it. They have the space and they have the entertainment around to like support that crowd, the kind of crowd that's just working dudes flying in somewhere for a convention. They're like, Vegas? Yeah, I'll go to that. Like SHOT Show was always great. Like it was just I would end up walking on my pedometer like 12 or 14 miles a day around that place. It was so goddamn big, just infinite space out there. And if you like what Vegas is, it's even better.
Damn. It looks like a lot of people's insurance in the Palisades was canceled last year. I don't know the whole story on that. That really sucks.
Fire insurance.
I get that they're rich, like in that area, but like you don't want to see people lose their houses. That really sucks.
Yeah, I don't hold any ill will against the rich.
Yeah, nor do I. Dude, you wouldn't believe how many people are online saying bullshit like that, where they're like, like someone posted like a top-down Zillow picture that showed the valuation of all the houses that are burning down, and it's like 4.95 million, 5.25 million. And it was like shockingly small lots, but I guess that's California for you.
You couldn't buy those homes again. Like I with James Woods, for example, right? Very successful actor, but not right now. If you took his home from him and said he had to buy it again, he doesn't have the same income that he used to.
For sure. Like a lot of these older celebrities they're not banging out movies like they were in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
But
Carrie Elwes, I mean, his star was shined brighter 10, 20 years ago.
Sure. Most of them are retired. Those two, I would say, are essentially retired from acting.
Someone in a $10 million house probably bought it for $1 million 15 years ago.
All right, Washington Post. You better not hit me with 2 ways to read this article. Fuck yourself. Damn it. I tried to click it and scroll down fast enough that I could get the list of celebrities.
You need this.